That's just on nothing. Preview? What am I previewing? Oh, nothing. Oh, yeah. That helps. Boosh. What's going on, peeps? I have great connection. Everybody's good. Connection is alive. I like. It's lovely. Definitely what you can't even see my screen as well. Get in there. You ain't gonna have a clue what I was up to. Perfect, mate. Ah, it's perfect, mate. Driver career. That in play. Viewers waiting. What do you mean viewers waiting? I've clicked the live button game. Get on with it. Oh, there we are. That works. Whoops. Right. What's going on, everyone? How's it going? We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back on the stream grinds, peoples. We are back on the grind of streaming. I don't know how far behind the stream is. I'm not going to lie to you. I actually think my piece is even further behind. Whoa. Check out this stream. My webcam is blurry as hell. Give me 2 seconds. That's not great quality. Let's wallop a light in so my face just looks a bit better. Because the webcam is hella blurry. God damn. We don't want that around. Let's get a bit of light on my face. I need to get a proper LED white bulb. Not a stupid yellowish one. So hopefully that makes it a little bit nicer to look at. Shout out to my duvet as well, by the way. That's how we do things around here. Anyway, with that being said and done, that looks slightly better. It's not going to be crisp and super clear because we're streaming, obviously. We can slap me over to one side. We can slap me down to here. And we can slap myself, not really because that's quite painful to do, over to what's occurred over in this piece of information and stuff like that. So, we've got everything in play. Everything in play. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to the stream if you're just joining. And if you join later or if you watch the video or the stream afterwards as a full video, hope you enjoy it. That's kind of where we go from there. So, let's have a little look then. So, we've got a secret meeting to go to. It's a meeting that's it's very, very secret. It's only for me. But we're going to be going to that very soon. Also, as you can see, we've got some upgrades on the way. Now, as you can see from these upgrades that are on the way, none of them were from me. They're all from Hamilton because for some reason, Lewis Hamilton has decided that he is on crack and wants to just use them all himself. So fair enough to you, mate. You use them because that's absolutely fine. You do what you got to do. So we've got some goals available though, so we're going to work on these. So, complete 2 sessions, but that's false. Complete through using 2 different engine components. Interesting. But I reckon I could do 2 sessions without damaging my car. A practice session and a race. Sorry, a practice session and a thingy. Quali. I shouldn't damage my car in quali. So we'll go with that one, I suppose. Goal available. Complete 5 laps without any penalties or warning during a race weekend. Complete 10 laps during a race weekend. In and out laps are not included. Well, all I got to do is just complete the race and I'm done. So, what you mean? Perfect a practice program. Sure, we'll do that as well. Get that on the board. It is what it is. Right. What else can we do? Probably nothing. Can I do anything on the upgrades? Or do I have to wait for stuff to come in? So, I'll give you a rundown actually on the R&D. So, front wing flaps. Hamilton's already developing it. Beam wing. I'm developing the beam wing. And that's still got 9 days to go. The weight reduction for the floor is being developed. The spark plugs is being developed by Hamilton. And the gearbox is being developed by Hamilton. We cannot do anything until those upgrades come in. So, we kind of just have to wait, really. This is a look at the Drivers' Championship, though. So, Verstappen leads the way with 43 points. He's picked up first and second so far this season. Meanwhile, for me, I've picked up a first and a fourth, I think it was. So, I'm on 26 points. 39 points. Hamilton's on 26. Norris and Piastri are next with Perez down in P6. The Ferraris not having a good season in the slightest. They're going to be wanting to cry in their sleeps. But I have a secret meeting to go to, so I think we need to meet with this meeting. Take me there. What's going on? You right? Are you taking the piss? Nah, hold the phone. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. I am a Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula 1 driver. I am in one of the best cars ever made. I'm in the best manufacturing car ever made. And you are saying to me that I need to have a secret meeting with Visa Cash App RB. No! Look at this. Show my team, right? First in Saudi, Hamilton second in Bahrain, top of the Constructors' Championship, and then bang. The best is 14th in Bahrain and 10th in Saudi Arabia with 1 Constructors' Championship point. You think I'm leaving Mercedes? It's your... Nah. Bye-bye. See you later.
Hey, just a quick one for me. The team are pleased that you've declined that meeting. Gold star, brownie points, etc., etc. I guess we'll see if anything else more exciting comes calling. But let's focus on our current seat for now.
Yeah, my current seat is my seat. I'm not going to RB. Stupid. Oh, there's a goal available for this one. I didn't even realise. Overtake 5 cars out on track in the race. Back mark is not included. Complete a lap using 2 different car set. I'll just do that. I'm not quick around Japan, so I'm presumably going to have to do some overtaking. That's not where we need to be. Also, I forgot to show you the constructors. There's 65 points to that. But yeah, right, let's go into moving forwards. Holy moly!
I'm pleased to say that our new parts have come through without any issue, so they'll be on the car, ready for the next race.
Yes! We have upgrades, ladies and gentlemen. Boosh! Oh, what? Oh, there's nothing on there. Well... 35% recognition required to upgrade that. So Hamilton has completed the floor stiffening stay positioning to give us an upgrade on the weight reduction. Now, tyre blankets we can't do, but we could do the cable assembly. But, and this is a but, I believe Hamilton is already watching this upgrade. So Lewis is already interested in taking that upgrade. So we could do the gearbox, but I'm going to annoy Hamilton by just doing this one. So Hamilton can't do it. It's mine now. Right, actually, we've got a long way to go in this development because obviously I'm not doing a full season, so we kind of need more work to do. So we've got some resource points. This is going to be my beam wing coming in. And this big upgrade package now from Mercedes. Oh, it's all just coming in. It's all just rocking in beautifully. It's just this one now.
Okay, mate. I know we were expecting some new developments.
Yeah, I was expecting some developments, but you ruined my life. Is that because you wanted Hamilton to buy it, you racists? Well, I'll just put it in place anyway, because we need to do it to get the tyre blankets and the cockpit weight reduction. So I'll develop that. Lewis, you go do something else with your life, okay? So the spark plugs are here now. So we're going to have some more power in the engine, which is going to be brilliant. We've got the front wing flaps that have come into play. We've got the beam wing that's come into play as well. So we've got big upgrades coming into this race weekend in general. In fact, to be honest, every team's going to have big upgrades going into the race weekend, in fairness. It's not going to be... Oh, I don't have enough resource points to do anything. But I'll go into the actual race weekend to get a better analysis of the actual performance upgrade program thing, malarkey, because it makes more sense and it's easier to read. So, let's do this. Excuse me. Send that over. Ah, we can go in. Right. Now that that's in play, we've had... What? That doesn't make sense. The gearbox came on the car, though. Am I being stupid, or did the gearbox not work? Yeah, the gearbox is on the car. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, wait. That failed. The ICE. Yo, Hamilton is doing bits right now. Can we just put this out here, right? So, we've done this. So, Hamilton's developed and upgraded the front wing flaps on the front for front downforce. I did the beam wing. So, Hamilton's completed this. I've done this. Hamilton's done this. I'm currently developing the cable assembly again because it failed. Hamilton's completed the engine spark plugs, right? He's completed the gearbox improved materials. He's completed the gearbox reliability testing. He tried to upgrade the ICE for better durability on the ICE. The part failed. My man is working flat out to put upgrades on this car. I respect it wholeheartedly. So that means then, in terms of the progress history, this is how things look. We are currently still the 4th fastest team on the grid. However, we have closed the gap between ourselves, Ferrari and McLaren. Red Bull are outright quickest. In fact, they've probably brought the same amount of upgrades as what we have done. So we're basically level on development with Red Bull. So that's something to take in mind. McLaren haven't brought anything, which means that they're going to probably bring something quite significant soon. Aston Martin are literally fractionally behind us as well. It's so hard to see their graph, but they are there as well. So that's something to put into place. And we're obviously doing some more development work. So we're going to go into practice, get some programs underway, and try and get a bit of feeling for the track, because I don't quite understand the purpose of the circuit. So
Konnichiwa and welcome.
Konnichiwa to you too. Right. Now that we're there, we want to load my Japan setup. Obviously, it's not mine. I don't know what it's obviously not.
They told you about the new parts that have come in from the factory.
Track acclimatization is definitely what we want to start with. We want to do that faux show. Get around.
Okay, your goal is to get through as many.
Yeah, cheers, Jeff. You're not Jeff anymore. You're called Mark or something like that. You've got a dumb name now. You're not called Jeff. Right. Still got feeling in my controller again for this race. That'll help me. But this is normally the one where I completely fail track acclimatization, because straight up, I'm just bad at this track. Whoopsie. That happens a lot. I'll take the decent sort of hate that. These track acclimatizations, while they're good to sort of understand the track, I take different lines, and it's like, no, I never go out this far to this point. It's annoying. Then again, you kind of just bolt on with it, to be honest, and then crack on with life in it. Basically didn't succeed in this. We are still purple, but that's because there's no one around.
Okay, DRS zone coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
Boom. Racing line failed. Most people didn't want to race on the line. There's room for when I want to race on a racing line, and there's when I don't want to race on a racing line. And when I don't want to race on the racing line, I'm not going to race on the racing line. Sweet, right. So that's all good. We set a nice decent lap there that Kevin Magnussen has beaten by a tenth of a second. He is on soft tyres in fairness, so we'll let him off. Next up though, we've got a race strategy program to do, so we'll do that. I might do maybe the full race strat, the 5 laps, just to get a better understanding of fuel, possibly, but we don't do too bad on that front, but maybe we will. Once again, I'm not going to use DRS for this, because it's going to help me out for my knowledge. Super exciting. Yes, I did turn on the DRS, and yes, I've switched it back off now, don't judge. Oh my lord. Remember what I said about I suck at this track? Yeah, read it and weep. is a damage limitation circuit, lads. Now that is some... What did I've just taken that too early. But, I've taken flight. That'll impress the wizards out there that want to, you know... Shout out to me being a flight weight in that section. But, as of course, with practice, we can only do it in practice. We can flashback and try that again. Wow. I don't feel happy with the car, not gonna lie. Feeling great. Oh, I just took that line completely wrong. Sure. Where to go with this? I'm turning in very early into a lot of corners, which is not brilliant, if that makes sense. It's just not obviously the way that I should be turning into a corner, obviously. Again, the rear end steps out on me. I'm not happy with this car right now. Piastri's gone quicker than me on his medium tyre lap. So that's not good. Back end is coming out on me constantly now. Right, we've got issues. Back end is not compliant. So what am I doing wrong here? So going into T1, possibly getting on the throttle a bit too early. Not great. Through here. I mean, we've turned in. Have we gone onto the grass? No, we've just taken the curb and it's just not riding it properly. I mean, obviously I can flashback, I'm allowed to, but I just don't quite know. There it goes again. What are the temps saying? Let's keep the temps up for a second. They're not terrible attempts. Just don't seem to have any pace, basically. Sorry, any rear stability. Great. Fronts are getting cold. I wonder if I need more tyre pressure. Fronts in more temp range. Got the fronts though that are concerned. Need to put the DRS on there. Turn that back off. The surface temp is getting cold on the fronts. And then they get warm. I've got a mixture of oversteer and understeers for those sections, and that's never something I want to have. I don't know what I can do to counter this. I don't know. I'm actually going to do the full 5 laps to get a better reading. Perhaps I'm going to have to just make some changes to the wings, to the wing level, to get it back into stability maybe. Not too sure. always come down you on that area. Remembering, stop pressing the DRS button. You don't need it. Stroll, hello. Maybe I just need to be more gentle whilst driving. It's not being gentle, that's being over ambitious on turning. Coming on a little bit better, that I'm learning the track more, but I still don't quite have the rear grip that I like, and the front grip, to be honest. Oops. Accidentally put the DRS on there. Oh, sorry, upshifted twice through there. And the car's just so sensitive over the curbs. And then by the time I put less throttle on to try and counter it, I should have to put the hot back in to recover some lap time. Gain a lot in the hairpin on that lap practice delta. There we go, back on it. I don't know. I can't put any trust in the car on the curbs because it just steps out on me. Okay, I gain a massive amount of time, it's good. I don't need to worry about going through there. I don't know. 1.1 down on my own lap. My lap times are very fluctuated, not very consistent. Once again, the rear end just doesn't want to comply.
Program complete and a job well done.
I'm not happy with this car. I'm not happy.
Come on back to the
Lance
garage.
Stroll's just gone quickest. He's on a set of softs, mind. I'm on a set of mediums doing no DRS and some high fuel runs. What can I do then? So the tyre life is pretty much there. Average tyre wear is okay. Obviously I was running with the high fuel load, so that's got to be something to do with it. What's my setup like? What are we saying? See, I'm not exactly running imbalanced wings. I could put it 44-44 and see how I go. Just drop the front wing angle down. We've got a lot of the ride height's pretty stable. Brake bias is fine. Tyre temps are at the top though, so the lower tyre pressure contributes to higher tyre temperatures. So I'm wondering if I reduce the front pressures a bit, it give me a bit more. Just drop them down a bit. I can't put them too far low because there's obviously the S section is going to overheat the tyres a lot. But if I just drop them down a bit, something like that, and then go into quali and see what I can do. Maybe that might try and help me out a bit. What's up, Jason, by the way? Sorry, I'm just concentrating on trying to fix this setup.
Don't worry about tyres, just give it everything. In this test, we just want to make sure we can lap close to our rival's pace.
I want a bit of a gap here. Right. Let's give this a go now. So we're down on straight line speed straight away. Seems a little less stubborn on the rear end. Right, picking up. Ah, there's the problem. So I've cured the... Maybe I'll just go 46, add 2 points of front bite. I still need the front bite through spoon. But I think I've got a bit too much front bite. Maybe I just need to drop that down a bit. That applied better go for that.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information.
You know when you
from
just
that.
go
Well
into
done.
a session and you're just not really sure where you're going to end up? That's kind of me right now. Because the car just still doesn't feel great. Something's still lacking for me right now. So, right, we're heavily down on straight line. Massively down on straight line speed. Horrifically down on straight line speed. Bloody hell. I mean, it says I'm estimated to qualify on pole, but we've got big straight line speed deficit. We're quick in turn 1. We're sort of quick through spoon as well, but I lost it on the second phase of spoon. So for now, I'm going to whack that back up to 46. Give me some more front aero, but a little bit more on the bite, and try and go from there and see how that sort of goes, I think.
What an incredible practice session that was. But the
I'm not too concerned about being a second faster. It's practice for starters, and also it's what's it called? It's just well, it's practice to start with, really, isn't it? There's nothing else to do with it. How are we doing for oh, we've done all of them. In that case, then take me to quali. Done all of them. Don't need to do any more. Said that right. Session change. So we back up to 600 resource point, 700 resource points, should I say? Which we'll take. Up in the experience. Lovely jubbly. That's what we want to see. Right. Oh, that's done. We can move it on.
A warm welcome, everybody.
Oh,
from
it's
a
just taking me
venue that
straight
has
into
seen
quali.
plenty of-
Fair. Okay. What's happening with the rain then? It's gonna rain in the race? Light rain with damp conditions. Maybe my straight line speed won't be such a problem after all, then, I suppose. Well, I'm going into it with what I got. I'm pretty sure I can still change tyre pressures and also front wing angle anyway. So if I'm lacking a bit of bite or whatever, I basically can tune what I feel like I need to tune. So I should be okay. Well, there's only one way to find out. I've added some front wing back on. So let's see how it goes. That's all I can do. Just try and see how you get on. felt the nicest through the F section I've had so far, to be honest. Broke too late through the second Egner. Lost some time. .9 from the Stappen. Where am I going to be in comparison to a 29.9?
Drop to P20.
Currently not purple in the middle sector. .2, 2 tenths down. And that's in Q1. We are not quick. But, this is a big but, will the setup be better in the race, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what to use right now for thingies, for setup. Completely all over the shop. What if I go back to what I was running? Whack the tyre pressures back. Maybe practice 1 was just low grip conditions. Possibly. Who knows? Let's go back to the original setup on here. So where are we at the moment? So Alonso's... So, we're purple in Sector 1. And compared to Verstappen, we're half a second up in the first sector. So we had a cracking first sector. Our middle sector was not great. I lost some time in Spoon. I was going to say maybe tweak the suspension and leave the high aero and high tire temps, but too late now. Yeah, apologies. I just went straight into it and kind of went straight from there really. So that's my bad on that one. So we're down on Max in the middle sector. He's done a 40.1. We've done a 40.5. So I'm 4 tenths down there, and then we're 3 tenths down in the final sector. I don't have the straight line speed. That's just a natural fact. So that's something I've got to deal with. Where's Hamilton going to put his car in comparison? It's probably going to be slower than mine. 7th he goes, which is kind of fair because I'm obviously right. So Hamilton's 2 tenths behind me. Right. Confirmation then that everybody is quicker than me in Sector 2 and 3. I've got no pace in those sectors. I should be okay to carry on till the end of the session without going out again. I don't believe I'll need to. But maybe I've got more pace coming in the wet. Maybe it's because I just don't have the quickest car right now. The setup isn't working. Does that make sense? But I don't see the need for me to go out again, so I'm not going out again. Personally. Yeah, fine. Do not need to go out again. So Norris goes quickest on a 29.9 as well. Verstappen with a 29.9. I don't think he went out again. Alonso through, Stroll through. I'm down in P8, but that's enough to get through. No major surprises. It's both the Hasses, both the Saubers, and both the Williams knocked out in Q1. So we'll try Q2 with the modifications to the setup. Basically going back to what I had. But we're just chasing, unfortunately. I do feel like a Mercedes driver from the start of the year. I am chasing setup. Because I have not got the pace. Right then, let's see what we can do then with some setup tweaks. AKA going back to what I had. So I'm going to have a lot more front end. But I'm also going to have the tyre pressures higher to avoid the overheating side of things. Although I could go, to be honest, I could probably go very low on tyre pressures. Let them overheat in qualifying and then just raise them again in the race. Because I can. Let's just try anyway. Nothing else I can really do. If I go too low on the front wing, then I've got no front bite, so yeah. Maybe I just need to turn in late corners. Too deep. I think maybe the track conditions are changing or like evolving because the car does feel better. Bloody hell, we're in the 29.7s now, are we? That's a worrying lap time to try and achieve.
We've dropped to P15.
Oh. Well, how's that happen then? Right. Has the track just got that much quicker or something? Because how have I now just gone and set a 29.1? Leclerc, I'm trying to not get in your way. What? I've just blitzed a 29.1. Try front 47 front aero and relatively default tyre temps and see how you feel. Well, I've just got, I mean, by the time I'm responding to this, like, you would have seen my qualifying lap anyway, probably, depending on where the stream delay is. But I've gone back to the original aero settings that I'd put into there, right? Went up to 48 on the pressure, on the front aero. Gone back to the original default tyre temperature, tyre pressure settings. It's weird because, like, in practice, this setup just didn't feel right. But in that qualifying lap, it felt right. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's weird. It's weird how it functions. It's just puzzling. Like, where are we? Like, Leclerc's gone second fastest on a 29.4. We're quicker in the... Where's Verstappen, though? Whoa, that's a weird lap from Max. Like, it's a... I don't quite know how I found a second. Surely, I'm sorry, but surely, by upping the tyre pressures and by tweaking... This is the thing, right? By upping the tyre pressures by basically from 27 to 29, and then tweaking the front aero by 2 clicks, that surely can't give me a second worth of lap time. Really? Just doesn't feel like it would. I'm not running with lowest fuel either, so I'm saving that for the end, but... Weird. Weird, but I really shouldn't be complaining because we've obviously set a brilliant lap and it should be enough to get us through into the next part of qualifying. The question is what will Verstappen do when he sets a decent lap? Because he's going to have to go out again, and he set a purple final sector. No, he didn't. It was Sainz that set a purple final sector. I lied. He's going to have to go out again. So he's going to go out again and take another lap in now. So let's see what he pops in with. Pops in with a 29.5. So 4/10 back, didn't improve versus Charles Leclerc, which is interesting. Oh, hello. Hello, Lando Norris. Lando Norris is out in Q2. Wow, okay. That's interesting. Lance Stroll makes it through. I mean, Ewan's not here right now, but shout out to Stroll for knocking out Lando Norris in there. What a washed British Lando. Well, mad. Okay. Well, we go into the final part of qualifying not knowing what my pace is going to be, basically. I have no idea. I'm either just going to be really, really quick or I'm going to be really, really slow. I have no idea. I'm just going to set my laps and just see what happens, shall we? We'll save the... so we'll save... What are we going to do here? We've got 2 sets of tyres to use, which is brilliant. So we'll just go out on this run with the higher fuel. And then we'll go out on the next run with lower fuel, I suppose. Also, if you're enjoying the stream, by the way, feel free to drop it a like. It'd be very much appreciated. And if you're watching this stream and you're brand new, be sure to subscribe. It'd go a long way for me, man. Really appreciate it. Or, if you're watching this as a video, be sure to drop it a like. And if you're watching this as a video afterwards and you're new, be sure to subscribe. Either way, do those things. They go a long way for me. Right, let's see if we can set a nice lap then. Same as what we did in Q2, if possible. Not like going on the grass anymore. clipped the curb too much there. Ouchie. Gone too deep again. Scruffy lap so far. Clipped the second egg in the curb too much, lost some time there. And we've also gone deep into that hairpin, so that's not good. I've lost it on the rear end. Come on. We'll have to go again. That part of Spoon, the car just wouldn't settle on the curb. I felt it wouldn't settle on the curb. So it's not going to be a good lap, unfortunately. It's 29.7, 6/10 slower than my best lap. Got enough fuel and time to go again, maybe. Might try it.
Okay, someone's just posted a faster time. That drops you down to the 4th row, P7.
Say that, but I'm not really going to get anywhere with this lap. No. Too many errors now. Okay, we got a problem. I've gone from a 30.2 to a 29.1 to a 29.7. This is my inconsistency at Suzuka. I've got another set of tyres and I've got minimum fuel that I can now put in this car. Verstappen's at a 28.7. Shit me. There is no way in hell I'm lapping that quick. We're still quicker in the first sector. I'm a second off in the middle. How can I be a second slower in the middle? Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot I messed up Spoon, didn't I? And I messed up the second Degner, so there's plenty of time there to find. Oh, my God. That is a bad, bad situation right now. Okay. I don't know if I can get... I don't think I can do a 28.7. That's a monstrous lap time. I'm going to go out with 2 minutes and 50. Well, I guess, as they say, try and try again. We will try and we will try again. Another set of tyres on board. The lowest amount of fuel. We'll try. We're in P7. I don't like that cone. It's annoying. It said naughty things to me. Right, there's no talking for me now. Sorry, people. I actually have to sweat this. I don't know what that was. Gave it everything. Ah, oh, come on. I tried. I gave it absolutely everything on that lap. Ah. It was a clean lap. It was the cleanest lap I've done. I don't think there was any more pace I could have got out of that car.
Well, that wraps up
piss
qualifying,
off.
but don't worry. We'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
Come on. 0.8 of a second. Half a tenth. The 28.8. My best lap of the weekend. It's not enough to beat Max Verstappen. And yeah, that's as best as I could do. You know what? You just got to sit there and just go, do you know what? Fair play. Like, I could not put any more into that. That was quite literally a perfect lap. I appreciate it, man. That's all I could do. I think I got every single bit of the lap correct. I don't think I really made a mistake anywhere. If I was going to be very, very critical, probably the first phase of the S section. Not the first left-hander, but the first right-hander. So as soon as you upshift into 7th and go through the first left-hander, drop it into 6th to get the rotation. I think I just had a tiny bit of understeer through there, and then it sort of tightened my line a little bit for the next one. But that's probably the only place where I probably had a little bit of, place where I could have improved. Maybe I've also could have broke a little bit later in the hairpin. Maybe I got the hairpin right for a change, but maybe I could have just let the car break a little later. There could have been some places, but that's real heavy fine tuning. That's the best lap I could do. Ultimately I couldn't get a super clean lap in all qualifying, so we'll take that. I do want to see where Verstappen was quicker than me though. So his second lap was a 29.9, so he's got held up somewhere. But he's done a 31.1, a 31.19, was it 32.192? Yeah, 32.192. We've done a 32.171, so we found 2 100s. Oh no, sorry, that's not the lap I did. I did a 32.067, so we were quicker than Verstappen in the first sector by about a tenth and a bit. Middle sector, he did a 39.854. We did a 40.040, so I lost 2 tenths in the middle sector to Verstappen, and then a 16.740 compared to a 16.836, so about a tenth. Effectively, I gained a tenth in sectors 1 and 3 on him, and then he gained about 2 and a bit tenths on me in sector 2 in that lap. That was basically Singapore 2018 minus getting pole. Effectively, yeah. To be honest, it genuinely felt like that. I'm even repping the Hamilton stuff, the Mercedes stuff for that. I've actually got Hamilton's cap from his special edition 2018 Mercedes Hamilton cap from Singapore. Because funnily enough, when I went in 2019 to Singapore, they were still selling that cap. So I was like, I'm buying it. So I'll always treasure that cap because it came from Singapore. Right. That's all I could do. That's where we are. Super close qualifying. Credit to Max, though. You got to just respect it. I think we lost a little bit, probably in straight line as well. But hopefully, maybe in the race, we could be a bit more competitive. Not really sure. But we'll take it. There we go, up to a 68 rated as well. Let's take that. Let's have a look, though, at the rundown afterwards. See where we're at. Right, so we're due, apparently, a wet race, mixed race. It's going to be wet for most of it, but then there will be some dry weather afterwards. This is going to be difficult because I've never raced in the wet before. So, if I crash out early, or if I spin, or if I have a really bad race, I have done a wet race. Actually, no, I've done a full wet race in Japan with dry tyres on a wet track. I should be fine then. Should be. That's completely normal. Apart from the fact in those videos, you can sometimes cheat. Streaming's no cheating. Meanwhile, my phone is going off. And that is because of some football news. We love football news. Send those across. My mate is going to be super happy with those. 2 signings coming my news way. Interesting. And my cousin is fuming because the football season started and his team lost. Sweet. It's all going great. Right, it's going to be... I'll let you guys see the grid. I keep sometimes just skipping it out of natural, but for you guys obviously on video as well, you want to see the grid. So this is the grid. I'll shout this time.
And he'll start from pole position. And Fox completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Sainz, Perez, Stroll, Tsunoda, Norris, Ocon.
Realize my
Albon,
face is like
Gasly,
blocking every driver on the other on this
Zhou,
right hand side.
Magnussen, Bottas, Hulkenberg, and Logan Sargent.
Logan Sargent over
That's
3
it then.
seconds
It's
off the
time
pace.
to go racing.
Realism.
As we head down trackside for today's race.
Okay. Sound.
And alongside me here
Mercedes have
today
won
in the
every
commentary
Japanese
box,
Grand Prix since the
Anthony
hybrid era
Davidson.
started
Now,
in
you're the racing driver
2014.
in this partnership, so tell us about this racing driver. Put us in their shoes. How are they going to be feeling?
They haven't,
You've got
though.
to be prepared, Crofty. Before you even step foot inside the car,
Can we just get a correction on this, because they haven't won every single race in the hybrid era since 2014.
Previous races gone by.
That's the Russian
you know
Grand
where you
Prix
have to place
that
your
they've
car.
won every
If
single
X,
race
Y,
in
or
the
Z
hybrid
happens
era.
in front of you
Obviously,
or
Russia they
behind
won
you.
in 14,
So
15, 16,
having this
17,
clear
18,
game
19,
plan
20, 21.
is absolutely essential.
Mad that Mercedes managed. It's, do you know what, right? Actually, I was thinking of that. Pause this a second. Obviously, in Japan, they won it in 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. They didn't race there in 20 or 21. In 22, obviously, was Verstappen. 23 was Verstappen. 24 was Verstappen. So they haven't. But can you think about it, right? The Russian Grand Prix held, what, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. The Russian Grand Prix, when it was actually a thing in Sochi, held 8 Formula 1 events through multiple different eras of Formula 1, and Mercedes-Benz was the only team ever to win there. That is just, I'm sorry, I weird stat, completely pointless to this entire stream. I just find that mad, you know, that only Mercedes ever won at Sochi in 8 races that were there. And not all of them they deserved to win. I mean, 14, 15, 16 was inevitable. Mercedes was always going to win. 17 was quite fortunate because Ferrari were definitely quick. 2018, Mercedes had the quickest car on that race weekend. Obviously, the team orders overshadowing the race win, though. 2019, Ferrari had the fastest car, but obviously Vettel DNF'd and Leclerc suffered from the DNF because Hamilton boxed under the safety car. And then obviously 2020, Mercedes was the quickest car anyway. And then 2021, Mercedes had the fastest car at Russia, even though they had that crazy race where Norris bottled it with their strategy and Hamilton took it with 1 lap to go. Anyway, just random stuff aside, we are going to have a wet race. There is going to be some dry weather, but we're just going to see how we go. I've never raced in the wet, so I don't know what my performance is going to look like. Simple as that, basically. Max comes to cover me off. Covered me off quite well, actually. Nothing I can do about that. Holy straight line speed deficit again. That's sketchy. Right, we've got some work to do. Including staying on the track correctly.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
That Red Bull's got incredible straight line speed. Just look at it pulling away. It's done a 10.5 on me on that straight alone. Whoops-a-daisy. Struggling a bit for pace. Struggling for some grip as well. This is going to be a long, drawn-out, sweaty race.
Still looking good. Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push.
Better lap this time than Verstappen at least. It's a 2-horse race
Good job. That was the
already.
fastest lap of the race so
Straight
far.
from this get-go at the moment. I have DRS though to pressure in. I got so much more grip in the corners. Got to downshift. Red Bull to turn down the engine. Right, I've got so much more pace in the wet. Where Max will pull away on the straight. This is where it becomes a bit of a problem.
10 minutes left of this rain, then we think it's
10
going to
minutes
dry
till
up. 10
dry
minutes.
weather. Interesting. So we won't be on these forever. Analyse when to attack here against Verstappen. Oh, I just keep following. Without spinning.
Okay, mate, it's Verstappen ahead.
Overtake
They're
Verstappen.
holding us up now, so let's please try and get past as soon as possible and get on with our race. Push, push.
Basically making up what I need to do for me. It's like, hey mate, you see the guy that's in front of you, pass him. Not like I watch what a motor race is about. Lols. How's rear tyre wear is quite heavy. Temps are okay. Let's put some pressure on then. Oh, do you want? Just do one in a straight line, bro. Still pulling away from me. The hairpin's probably my best shout at trying to pass Verstappen, I think. It's got more pace in that area of the track. Through here. Not the exit I wanted. No, I just didn't get the exit out of the second Egner. I have a second plan though. Let's get Spoon right. And then dump overtake and we can do them there. Can I just say, that's not how you do Spoon. Look at the amount of times here that I've just chopped and weaved and had to battle the steering through there. Once and then twice. Oh, look at that. You love a bit of that. Oh, yes. This is what Crofty will be like, right? He'll be going through and be like, just got a replay here of the Mercedes here, right behind the back of Verstappen, and ooh, look at that! He'd have an absolute, oh, you'd have a mouthgasm over that one with David Croft. Look at that. Oh, mate. Can I just say this right now? And I don't know if this might be, it's not recency bias for me, because obviously I've watched Formula 1 for a long time, but I love it when it's just Mercedes versus Red Bull. I don't know why. Like, obviously there's iconic history moments like McLaren versus Ferrari, and even Williams versus McLaren, and Mercedes versus Ferrari, obviously Vettel v Hamilton. I don't know what it is. I just love it when there's a Mercedes taking on a Red Bull. I don't know why. This ain't Tokyo Drift. Mate, it is at the moment for me, bro. It is at the moment. Oh, sorry, I just completely off tangent there.
Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake.
That's my best chance, I think. It's a good exit. Look how much overtake I'm having to use to try and get past. Too much. That's not good.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 9.7 seconds.
Wait, is it giving me the overtake award?
Great stuff, mate. You hit the target well there. Nice one. It's a long way to go in this race, though, so keep your head down.
I rushed to overtake Verstappen, passed him going in towards turn 1, didn't complete the overtake, mind, and it says, yeah, congrats, you overtook him. Well done. Good job. Cheers, game. Now I can focus a bit more. How to complete the objective cheesily. It's like, yeah, you definitely passed him. Well done. I didn't complete the pass. Oh well. At least it puts the pressure off, though. I don't have to pressurise myself to make the overtake. Verstappen is definitely quick in this race, so it's nice that I can just sit in and follow. Although I have closed the gap back up again, so maybe I do need to pass him. But, mate, honestly, the straight line speed that Red Bull possesses is too much for me.
The tyre situation's an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now.
Some more pressure on the straight though. If I can just do a bit of overtake, maybe on the straight, just to give myself a little bit of a chance where I'm keep myself closer to the sections that I'm then quicker at, might work for me. Can't get the stability right. That's my issue. Sorry. Tried it. I sort of half-heartedly backed out of it. Probably I shouldn't have. Spoon. Hey Isaac, do you want some more? Do you want some? You can't expect anything more from this game as it's always been broken. Do you know what, right? I'm not that bothered if the game's broken. I'll be honest with you. Like, I enjoy it. I actually really like F124. I'm having so much fun with it. It's slowly becoming the game that I'm playing more often than anything else. And that to me is like the cool thing. Like, I just enjoy the game. Don't get me wrong. The damage model's stupid. And obviously I will know that because I keep crashing into everyone, right? I get that. But there's a lot of things about the game that I really like. Like, okay, don't get me wrong. That was a bit stupid that it gave me the overtake award on Verstappen. But in terms of how the game has set the objective, the point is I used to design games and develop games. I tried to become a game designer, but unfortunately I couldn't get into a company. I'll tell you the fact actually because I can, because it's been multiple years now. I was actually in the final 2 for becoming a game designer at Codemasters for Formula 1. And unfortunately, they went with the other candidate and not me on that occasion. So yeah, fun fact for you, I nearly became a game designer for Codemasters. And it would have been amazing because it would have been my dream to be a game designer, but it didn't work. But the thing is when you do these, you set the program of overtake on there. So the point is your program then is as soon as the car in front has made the overtake, then the objective is complete and it triggers the objective that has been set to be complete. Now, don't get me wrong, I didn't complete the overtake properly. I got in front of Max, but then as soon as I got through turn 1, I went completely wide. But for the game and its programming, it can't do it in, oh yeah, well, it's half-hearted. Do you know what I mean? It's like, as fans, we know full well that's not an overtake that was successful, right? But for a gameplay programming perspective, they can't do it in the basis of, oh, that's not a legitimate overtake or not. Unfortunately, it's just a yes/no thing. If car A gets in front of car B, trigger for objective complete. And that's all you can program. You can't program sort of, that's not really a legitimate one or not. As soon as that flip and the leaderboard goes through, it triggers the chain there. So I get what you're saying, don't get me wrong. I get completely what you're saying, Isaac. But it has to be a bit more stingy, if that makes sense. I think a lot of times, a lot of games get loads of hate for things that people find silly. But for me, that's been down a route of designing and developing games. And I've even released my own game as well on Steam, but I don't think it's there anymore. But I did release one before. There is leniency that you have to follow, which people won't understand, if that makes sense. Hopefully that kind of clears it up, Isaac. I'm not trying to have a go at you. Hopefully I'm not trying to put it in a way that I'm like trying to call you out, if that makes sense. I'm just trying to sort of explain from a gameplay developer perspective how things may look stupid, but you have to look at it in a different way. But it's hard for us because we wouldn't know, if that makes sense. I paused it mostly because I wanted to see me drift, because I've got a better run through Verstappen on Spoon here. But once again, just Tokyo drifting the balls out of this car right now. Look at the rear end on that one again. Crofty will be absolutely juicing in his face. Let's use some overtake here and keep up with Max. That's a good run. We go for it.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
I'm in overtake. That's all I've got. Got him. Come on, man. What a move. I know I'm flashbacking a lot, but I just wanted to see that drag race again. From Verstappen's perspective. Look at that. Literal straight drag race all the way down the start-finish straight and into turn 1. We make the move stick on Verstappen going in towards turn 1. He brakes a little bit earlier, but we've just got more downforce on the car and we can make our way through. Lovely overtake there. Won't be the end of the battle, so trust me. Whoopsie. I think my rears are done. Holy shit. My rears are finished. Well, I've got the downforce, but I don't have the tyre wear. Shit. That's a problem. Now the tyre wear is completely kicking in.
We expect you'll be noticing a bit of grip loss in the tyres around now, so just be careful.
Temps. Ooh, rears are overheating. Thanks for pointing that one out. Yeah, that was a dive bomb. Had to be done, man. Gotta send it sometimes. Problem is, it's still raining. Kind of just got to control it at the moment. Look on purple, sector 3.
10.6 seconds.
Weather report.
Inters seems to be the fastest tyre for now.
Yeah, it might be the fastest tyres for now, but they're not for me. Can't stay on these for long. I really can't stay on these for long. Shit! I've completely lost all temps. Problem now.
Inters that are the best tyre for now.
Ugh, shot's sake.
Situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre.
Stop raining now. Whoa. Now we're in trouble. Big trouble. Tyres have had it. Max is coming.
I don't think the line is really dry enough yet to start thinking about slicks. Let's hold on to the inters for a little while longer.
Taking an executive decision, taking it out of everybody's hands. Go on, lads. Late call. Tyres are gone.
Right, let's go. Come on. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting.
I'm taking a bold hit here. Have you tried finding the standing water to cool off temps? No. I kind of just said no to that. This might be a silly call. The rain's gone.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
This is a big risk. It's too wet for them, I think.
Time to utilise some of this energy. Come on.
Wrong call. I was going to do this, I should have done this on soft tyres. Wrong call. Front 10 at all. Made the wrong call. Oh, we're going to be tyres hampering then. Everyone's pitting for another set of inters. Fucking hell. I cannot afford to come off these tyres now. There's no point. I've made the wrong call completely. I fucked my race.
Okay, mate. Picking your moments to use the RS is important, so let's try and be as consistent as possible with it, please.
Oh, for God's sake, man, it's so frustrating. I've had significant tyre wear. Oh, it's not wet enough.
Keep on him, you might make a mistake. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good.
No, I'm not about in terms of fucking arsehole.
Radar is clear, weather is looking good for now. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. Okay, gap to the car in front, 2.9 seconds. The pit box is currently full.
Oh,
Stay out
piss
on
off.
track.
I'm
Stay
gonna have
out.
to just do it. I'll lose too much time. I completely fucked my race. Oh, and I've done that as well.
Okay,
Oh, fuck.
unlucky, mate. That wasn't quite what we needed.
I'm going to give myself a leeway because I'm trying to go into inters. I've already fucked my race anyway. It's not as if I make a
Okay,
difference
mate, I'm
me
afraid we
changing
didn't quite get what we needed there, but let's not worry about it. Get your head down now, chin up, and let's focus right until the checkered flag. Okay, go, go, go. Perfect job from you and the
Right,
crew
we're going to have to just try and fight and get some points if we can. We're at P17, way off. God's sake, man. Wrong call from me.
Okay, stay clear of
Ruined
the
the
white line on
Grand
the
Prix.
exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
Literally looks bone dry.
Okay, looks like some of those puddles are clearing. We're still definitely on the right tyre for the time being, but we're probably not a million miles away from slick conditions.
Right, the only way I can get this going my way is if I pick the spot to go to dries correct. Not like I've just done. I've got to be careful of temps as well, because they're going to go through the roof. You know when someone's head's gone? Mine's gone. Head has completely gone now. I'm going to try and just focus up. I've still got half a race to go.
Okay, gap Gap ahead, 4.9 seconds.
Try and do something here. Try and get back into this. How's a track like this enters? How? Staggering me.
No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions look good. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
My rear's already overheating. Nearly close to overheating. Close to overheating. Man on track though. Late safety car can sort me out. It definitely can, man. Definitely can. I need it.
The car behind started to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form. Let's make the most of it.
I'm just completely shocked that the track surface says that it's wet.
No rain expected for the time being. We're not certain which is the best tyre right now, dries or inters.
That's a good call. What if you don't know?
Situation's an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now.
Yeah, I'll trust that, I suppose.
It's still not a perfect situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre yet.
One more lap then, I suppose.
Yet to start thinking about slicks. Let's hold on to the inters for a little while longer.
Oopsie.
Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake.
Thanks for the obvious message. Alright, that was me losing my head. Sorry about that. That was not nice. I will flash back and not make that overtake stick. Won't pass him with his hairpin either for that. Gotta calm down, man. I'm just annoyed at myself for making a silly call. Well, it's not really... I panicked because my tyre temps and rears had gone at that point in the race, but ultimately, I needed to ask my engineer more, like I am now.
Okay, looks like some of those puddles are clearing. We're still definitely on the right tyre for the time being, but we're probably not a million miles away from slick conditions.
When are we a million miles? When are we on slick conditions then? That's what I want to know. When is it dry? Right now he's not telling me, so things are going to change.
Keep managing your tyres, manage your tyres. And gap to the car in front, 4.4 seconds. Pulling out a second a lap of the car behind. Really good stuff. The tyre situation's an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now.
Really? I don't think it's time to move on. Surely. It's dry now.
Still not a perfect situation, but I don't think we've got called.
Seriously?
Different tyre yet.
I'm doing inters on a dry track challenge. Hallucinating?
I don't think the line is really dry enough
What's
yet
Lewis
to start
pitting
thinking
for?
about slicks. Let's hold on to the inters for a little while longer.
I know the box is full, but I'm just going to
Okay,
pit.
we can't take you right now. Pit next lap. Next lap.
Shut up. What's Lewis doing? Hards. They're going dries. You can pit me and you're just being a moron. Pit in front of all these people.
Okay, let's go now.
This reminded me of Turkey
Perfect job on the
2020.
turn in there, mate.
Good
Looks
shout.
like a
And
nice
21
stop
in
time.
fairness,
We're
because
happy with
21 was the same conditions. But a lot of the drivers have stayed out on their inters. I've used my hards. There's only 11 laps to go. Mediums will go to the end. I think I can get points. I've just got to keep my head down. Keep my head down. I know I've got good pace. Come on.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
Track still feels slippery though. Let's get this bad boy in hot lap because these guys are going to be pitting that are on inters still. Still doesn't feel nice on track though. Not at all. Low grip. Let's see if we've made any inroads on those that are still out on track.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 20.5 seconds.
Overtook Gasly. Half the field pitted and half the field staying out to try and get to the end.
Mate, let's try and climb up the order. Set you a new target. Push, push.
I don't know.
The car ahead of you
front ends. I don't know how. I've got the same setup, but it's just no front bike. Weird. I guess in some circumstances, I said this would be a bad track for me. I'm proving that very well.
For the hard tyres. Car behind, running hard tyres.
There's a lot of cars coming out of the pits here. Right, Norris P10 in point-paying positions.
Oh, mate, great stuff. You hit that target. That sets us up nicely for the rest of this race.
Let's turn in now.
Okay, so all of our tyre pressure data is currently reading 0. Assuming they still look inflated to you, we're going to guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything to worry about.
Check that. Fuck me. Car feels absolutely horrible. Horrific in this stage of the race. No pace, no performance. No turning either. What are you doing, Tom? What are you doing?
Okay, be careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor damage.
If I had any instability beforehand, I'm going to have more now. Incredible how slow I am in a straight line. Incredible. Massively off the pace.
Gap to your teammate ahead, 13.3 seconds.
Take that. Go on. Yes.
Okay, clear.
Someone's retiring. Fortunately, it's behind me. Would much prefer it was in front of me.
Okay,
Bottas is
information
out.
on Bottas. Okay, it looks like the problem's terminal. They're retiring the car.
Have I tried changing the brake bias or the diff? No, I haven't. The reason I haven't changed it is because it was the brake bias and diff that I used in quali and practice when it was dry, and the car just felt fine. For some reason in the race, it's just... to be honest, I've been chasing trying to make this car work all race long. The first stage in the intermediate weather at the very start of the race, the car felt beautiful. I was close, I was keeping on the back of Max. I wasn't really struggling. I had great turning. I was just following him because he was quicker than a straight line than me. Right now, though, I've got nothing to... Look at it! I've got no answer to anything. I'm very much going to struggle to get points here today. Really am.
Yellow flag.
I cannot keep up with Ricardo in front of me. On mediums. Might I add. I'm on mediums. Can't keep up.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 2.0 seconds.
That's fucking embarrassing in this straight line, oh my god. I have such little straight line speed. I needed to knock back the wings, man. Still 4 laps to go. For fuck's sake. Unfortunately, there's probably a solution that will work, but I've completely lost my head. Completely lost my head. Still pot that more. Why the fuck would the car not turn? Why won't it brake? It braked in that exact same spot every single lap. That occasion just doesn't want to brake. Turn. Temps are still fine. I know it says surface there is cold, but I'll obviously go hot as soon as I turn. Tyre temps are absolutely fine. It's I just can't get this car to work. I just can't do it. I really do not know what to do. There's nothing I can do. I've got Stroll catching me now.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 2.3 seconds.
I'm just trying to defend for this point. That's all I can do. Max keeps setting fastest lap after fastest lap. I'm by far one of the slowest cars on track right now. There's nothing I can do that can make this car work, unfortunately. Norris has caught up to Ricciardo. I can't catch him. I'm trying, but I just can't do anything. I just don't know how this car can be so quick in qualifying in the dry and come race day in the wet. Sorry, race day in the wet / dry. It's just an absolute dog to drive. One of those races? Yeah, you're damn right it's one of those races, unfortunately. Frustrating to shout me. Back end doesn't want to comply. Like, don't get me wrong, I've made decisions in this race which have... Oh, fucking Christ, you bastard car. Don't get me wrong, I've made decisions in this race that have completely ruined it. Like, obviously going onto the hards when it's dry. I should be employed by Ferrari at this point. But, I'm just so puzzled about the lack of performance in this car. How can I go from being in the intermediate conditions at the start of the race to probably the fastest car? I just couldn't overtake Verstappen in a straight line. Well, I could, but I made some mistakes trying to pass him. To coming into this and just... Fair, whatever. Coming into this, the fact that it's now turned to dry, there was only 12 laps to go. I'm on a set of mediums, which is a faster tyre compound than the hards, and I'm getting dicked on. Like, I'm getting absolutely melted in every position now. Like, well, I mean, you can see it now, I'm under pressure from Stroll for the last paying point position. Stroll passes me, I scored nothing this weekend. It's just so baffling how I've just not been able to get the car working. Oh, sorry, how the car works so well in the wet, and it's just turned into an absolute pile of dog in the dry. Yet I get front row position. I'm pretty sure I said I was qualified on pole when I was talking, didn't I? I didn't qualify on pole, obviously. I managed to qualify on the front row with a beautiful lap. Verstappen's in the 33s, I can't get into the 34s. This is not the right setup. That's all I can say. Not the right setup. I broke into the 34s that time, but now I've got Stroll on me. I can't keep him behind. Can't.
17.6 seconds.
No points for me. Can't keep him back. Try and stay with him and Verstappen wins. Come on, you slump dog. I'm sending it, I'm not even bothered. Too far back. Wow. 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 Wow.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
What a disaster. What a disaster. Jesus Christ. Absolute disaster. Nothing more to be said on that, but a disaster.
The checker flag is out. We're going to be hearing that Dutch national anthem again.
Wow.
Because it's victory for Max Verstappen.
A great display of dominance today, Crofty.
I'm obviously really annoyed,
from lights out to
but I'm
flag
also
in the
just
air,
so
led
puzzled.
every lap of the race. Brilliant stuff
I've
by
never
them,
been so
and, excited to see
puzzled
what more they
after
can
a
do
race
in
ever.
future races.
I get it, right? It's one of those races for me, right? I get it.
Puts up an
I've
outstanding
I've
fight for
raced
the
badly.
position today,
You know, I
and
can
it's
sit
great
now
to
and
see it paid
the
off
race
for
is
them.
over. I
They do
raced
so
badly,
much for the
okay?
sport
I
that you
obviously I
can't help but
flashbacked
be
a few
delighted
times, which I
by
said I
today's
wouldn't
race
do.
win.
Ultimately, I was so quick at the start of the race. I was following and easily staying with Verstappen for so much of the race. The moment that I passed Verstappen, it just fell apart. The rear tyre temps went sky high. The rear tyre wear went sky high. Alright, I pitted and I made the wrong call to go on to the hards. That's fine. I'll put that on myself. That was my own fault, okay? But then there's 12 laps to go in the Grand Prix, left in the race. And I've pitted
And with that, we wrap
and
up
gone
another
on to a
weekend
set of
motorsport action. But
mediums
with more races
because there's
lined
plenty
up,
of laps to
be
go.
sure to join
Mediums
us
will
when
easily
we
do
come
12
back
laps around this
with
track.
more Formula One.
And I've got no pace whatsoever. Absolutely none. And I've ultimately not won. I mean, Norris, on his final lap, has set a 32.8. I could only do a 34.3. I literally, genuinely, was one of the slowest cars on the track. Only the Hasses of Hulkenberg and Magnussen, the Sauber of Zhou, and the Williams of Sargent were slower than me. Everybody else in that dry period was just quicker. And I just don't know why. Do not have a clue. What was Max's laps when he was on those hards at the end? So, I mean, he pitted on lap 19, so he had less time to go. But a 36.2, 35.8, 35.3, 34.8, 34.5, 33.9, 33.4, 32.9. Bear that with what I was doing. Right, don't get me wrong. I was going to say, I pitted and was only able to do a 150. Well, to be honest, I pitted kind of straight afterwards, didn't I, really? But I came in a lap earlier than Max and went mediums. And I've done a 36.9, 37.6, 36.0, 35.9, 36.5, 35.7, 35.3, 34.3, which is my best lap in the end, and a 34.6. I probably would have set a PB on my final lap had I not tried to ram into Stroll and try and make the move stick. Have the mediums always felt that bad? No, this is the weird thing, right? The hard tyres felt horrible in practice. I had no grip. The mediums just had a lot of rear instability on them. But in this race, I just had nothing. The braking felt wrong. The turning felt wrong. The front end just didn't work. I don't know. I really don't know. I cannot put my finger around how that race has gone like that. From where we had, in terms of the wet pace, right? From prior to when I pitted, okay, we're in the 40s pretty much all the way through. 41.6s, Max doing 41.6s, 41.5s, pretty much. Obviously he pits, and then they start doing some quicker lap times into the 37s. So he was doing 41.6s, 41.5s. That first phase of the race, 40.9, 41, 41.5, 41.2. I'm lapping basically the same as what Max is doing. But if you look, right, I then go from a 41.1 to a 44.9, and I lost all my tyre temps and I was sliding around everywhere like a maniac. Obviously, I pit and then go and start doing some 37s. But I can digress. I can sit here for ages and I can try and figure it out, and I just will not be able to figure it out. So that's where we stand. We are, right now, Verstappen leads the championship by 29 points. Lewis Hamilton is third in the championship, with 30 points behind. Piastri is 37 points behind, and Norris is 38 points behind. That's basically where we stand. Constructors, Red Bull take the lead from that one. It's what it is. I can't do anything about it, and that's where we stand. It's just a really bad race, unfortunately. There we are. Surprisingly, I lost a lot of focus there, to be honest. Oh well. We'll take what we kind of get, really, I suppose. I mean, we did quite a lot in terms of... We got all the specialists done. There's a bonus, I suppose. If any. We got those out of the way. So they're complete. Driver headquarters next. And... I'll see if we can do some upgrades on. And that's kind of where we stand. So the weekly resources come in. So the cable assembly is definitely going to come onto the car. That's 100% a fact. In terms of the R&D, so Hamilton's just staring at durability and kind of having a little bit of a funny time with it. Maybe we do some work on tyre wear. Maybe. For the next episode. We can do front downforce. We could do rear downforce. That's got quite a big upgrade on it, actually. What's that? 350 and 5. I can do both. I'll do them both. YOLO. No, I can't. I don't have enough points. Oh, Jesus. Engine power might actually be a shout, because I'm so... Thing is, though, is I say engine power is something that we need to do. But in terms of terms of performance in the engine department, no, skip, scooter, boosh. The thing is of course it won't tell me. I hate when it doesn't tell me the performance in this area. Yeah, it does. I lied. Sorry. In terms of the engine power, we've got the most in terms of engine power. The problem that I had in that race more so is I had way too much wing on. And I think that probably contemplated to maybe more tyre wears because I had too much wing on the car. Probably. That's probably what it was. Obviously, I did get the setup mostly from time trial and tweak it, so it probably wasn't race suitable. But then the one in Jeddah was, so is what it is. So I think we need to put some more downforce on the car. Because by doing these, then eventually we'll get aero upgrades. And then because we look at the down... Okay, it's not the downforce that we were way off. It was the chassis, wasn't it, that we were way off? Yeah, the chassis were quite weak. But aerodynamically, the Red Bull's a lot better. But I can't do anything in terms of this area. So I'd rather let the upgrades come in for the week. And then go on. If Hamilton's going to work on durability, then let him crack on. I can then just do some work on the chassis and aero side for the time being. And then obviously we'll want to... I know what I definitely want to work on, because I'm going to need it a lot more, is eventually I want to work on ERS. But I can't do that until... Oh, I can't do that until we do the ignition system, though. We'll have to digress. I mean, Canada's a power track, so maybe we go and put an engine power upgrade on, and we take it from there. But, guys, that is going to wrap it up for today's live stream of my F124 Mercedes career mode. Today was a rubbish race. Apologies for my driving. It wasn't very good. It was very, very bad. But I suppose it is what it is at the end of the day. We kind of live and we kind of learn from it. To all of you guys that have come out and been a part of the stream, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. As per usual, it really does mean a lot that you take your time out of your days to come and watch my live streams. And also, for you guys that have watched this as a video, obviously afterwards, again, I really appreciate that. If you enjoyed it, drop it a like, subscribe if you're new around here as well. And like I say, you see the good, you see the bad, and unfortunately this race was just ugly. But yeah, hopefully come the Chinese Grand Prix, we can put that to bed and have a better race. But for now, guys, I'm out of here. Take care all. Peace. I say peace like that, but I'm still going to be chatting away as we get to that point. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those, but there we are.